What is going on, my friends? Here we are. We're gonna check out a strategy that is actually my strategy, and we're gonna do it on my trading journey, which is a backtesting and journaling software. You're gonna find a lot of analytics both on your trading account. You just need to connect your trading account, and you get all these analytics automatically. You're gonna be able to journal. You're gonna be able to backtest. You're gonna be able to see your statistics, leave notes, and also be followed by your mentor. Now, with that being said, we are here to backtest the Excel strategy and to show you what results we get on the Excel strategy, because here we can get statistics based on our backtest session. So we're going to see a bunch of statistics, how the strategy is working, which type of return we can get, and all of these type of things. Now, the best part is that for MTJ, you can get 2 weeks for free. You know, I was able to speak with the owner and get a very nice deal for you. Fortunately, I am the owner, so it was easy to get this deal approved for you. But yeah, you can get 2 weeks for free just by using the link here below in the description. Just check it out. You can cancel the subscription anytime. So if you don't like it, if you don't find it useful, just cancel the subscription before it starts. Otherwise, enjoy the software, which I believe is crucial in order to be a good trader. Now let's start. New session. First of all, you can add new strategies here if you want to test different strategies. And here you can just see also the statistics of your strategy. So instead of seeing the statistics of the singular backtest session, you are going to be able to see the statistics of the single strategy. So for example, here, this strategy has, I don't know, 4 wins, 3 losses, 0 break-evens. We're going to go on the statistics. We can see the statistics of the strategy. Instead, here you can see the statistics of the single backtest session. So for example, here, these are the statistics of the backtest session. Instead, on the other one, you can see the statistics of the strategy. With that being said, let's start a new backtest session. We're going to start with 100K account on Euro, actually on GBPUSD better. We're going to start from, I don't know, July. Perfect. And we're going to put the test strategy. Amazing. New strategy created successfully. We're going to start. Just by clicking on it, you're going to be able to start. Here, as you can see, we start from June, like end of June, so beginning of July, 1st July. As you know, I like to be on lower timeframes and looking for lower timeframes confirmations. I usually trade during London and New York session, but mainly during the beginning of these 2 sessions, since I like the volatility of those sessions, basically. I'm going to speed up the candles, and we're going to just go to the next day, which is about to start in a few minutes. So the day is about to start, London session is about to start, and what I want to look for, one thing that I've noticed on my 9 years of trading is that instead of trading with the usual supply and demand, which are good concepts and can still be useful even with my strategy, I prefer looking for liquidity. Liquidity is what drives the market and is where we get the biggest reactions from. So instead of looking for the usual supply and demand areas, I'm going to look for major liquidities and I'm going to ignore minor liquidities. This can be a very odd way to view the market because a lot of people are used to the usual things, but you know, everyone has a different strategy. I've found that trading in this way really gave me good results. So my strategy evolved in this direction. Let's go to lower time frames. Let me go higher time frames just to speed it up a little bit. New York session is about to start. I believe New York session is about to grab this liquidity. And what I'm going to do on lower time frames, I'm actually going to go on lower time frames, is trade fake change of characters. So if right now we're not going to grab this liquidity and we're going to get a confirmation to the downside, I'm actually going to look for bullish continuations because I know that a lot of people are looking to sell from this supply. And I also know that we're going to grab this liquidity. So if we get a bearish confirmations, perfect, which we are getting, I'm going to look for buys. Now I need a buy confirmation, a bullish confirmation. So we need to see some structure. Here we see some structure, perfect, at least some type of structure. And I'm gonna look to enter this trade and let's see how it plays out. I'm gonna enter after the break, the retest of this area. I'm gonna place my stop loss here below, which looks a little bit like liquidity, but I'm still gonna take this risk and target this liquidity to the upside. And to place the trade on this backtest, it's pretty simple. You just click here, select the risk that you want. I usually risk between 0.5 and 1% per trade. And it's going to copy already automatically the numbers of your stop loss and take profit. So I'm going to place the order. It's going to put place order, and we're going to see how it plays out. And we hit the stop loss. We hit the stop loss. We go down here. We can see closed positions minus $1,000. Let's see if the market is actually going to give us a better and clearer confirmation from this area. Perfect. This is our confirmation again, and we're going to look for buys at this point to target this liquidity again. We have our 0.5 level. We're looking for a retracement. Volume is slowing down, unfortunately. And I will say that the day is almost over because we're getting out of our trading times, unfortunately. But during the next day, we're going to have some other nice opportunities. So let's speed it up. Let's go to next day. Let's look for opportunities. Let's just let the market do whatever it wants to do. We don't care. During Asian session is not really our session. Now, London is about to start. London is about to start. And where are our liquidity areas? We still have this upper liquidity area, and we have this internal, which is still good liquidity area as well here. Perfect. London session is about to start. Perfect. It started. Volume is kicking in the market. We're going to go probably for liquidity, and I'm going to look for the same thing. So after liquidity is grabbed, I look for reversals. But before liquidity is grabbed, I look for fake confirmations. Okay. Let's see. Perfect. Here, this is not really good. Now here we get this confirmation. We get price that didn't reach yet this area, price that comes back to discount, and also price that gives a confirmation. Break to the upside, break to the downside and break to the upside. 0.5 level again to trade, always trade from our discount prices, and we're gonna enter a trade if we reach this level. Stop loss right below it. Take profit, we can go all the way up here, but I'm gonna target a 1 to 3.6, which is still good for me. Minimum for me, for the people that don't know me yet, that haven't followed me for all this time, I target minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward trades. Okay, so I'm gonna place the order. I'm gonna risk 1%. I'm gonna place order right here. We're already a little bit in drawdown, as you can see. Let's see what happens. And by the way, if you want to close break even or wherever you are, you just go on open position and you just close here, and it closes with the current profit, whether it is loss, profit, or break even. Perfect. At this point, let me explain. At this point, I will go break even. So if we come back to break even, I will close the trade. And the reason why this is because we already got the confirmation. We already started going to the upside. We broke again to the downside. And right now, we created enough structure to say that if we come back to break even, I'm just going to close the trade. Also, one key thing of the reason why I'm going break even is because we got this manipulation to the downside, big wick to the downside, to then continue to the upside and break this level. Therefore, this manipulation, I don't believe that we will go lower than this manipulation. And if we actually go lower than this, then I believe that we will just go to stop loss. Let's see. Yes, I'm 100% break even. Take profit hit, closes automatically. Here you can see your realized profit and loss. Close position, we can see 1 to 3.6 risk reward ratio. And this is the main thing about our strategy, is that of course there are going to be losses. Losses happen all the time, but we're going to target good risk to reward ratios. We're going to be sure that if we actually use the strategy and apply the strategy and be patient with the setups that we're waiting for every single day, we're going to profit. We're going to actually profit long term. As I said already, I believe that we will go for this liquidity. So we could have targeted that. I usually don't target more than 1 to 5 risk reward ratio just because I don't like to hold the trades for so long. But here I see that we have another opportunity. Also, one key thing for the people that are new here, I never take more than 2 trades per day. So this is our second trade of the day. Here we have a confirmation to the downside, but which I usually trade if it is actually a good setup. Here, I strongly believe that this is a fake change of character. Therefore, I will look to actually counter trade it in order to target the upside liquidity. So here we get this break to the downside. Here we break this as well. So it is the last high before breaking to the downside. We slightly break to the upside. We can already consider a trade on a retest of this area. I'm going to slow down a little bit to just check it out, check what happens. Do we get a retracement? Please give me a retracement. Come on. No retracement. We're just going to go for liquidity. Just going to go for it. Look at it. Yep. External liquidity taken. Now, we were not able to enter the trade. Why? Because we got the confirmation. We were looking here for confirmation. 0.5 area retest didn't happen. We continue going to the upside. We adopt our entry point and still doesn't happen. So we just went to the upside completely. Our idea, our bias was 100% correct since the very beginning, because also this trade was entered thinking that we would have just gone completely to the upside just to get this area, which is actually what happened. Now, this could have been a very nice trade. I really, really like this setup. So make sure to save this. What I usually do is to just screenshot my best setups and print them out, because printing them out will definitely help you with your trading. The best part is that inside this software, we're going to put soon a feature where you can just screenshot, and we're going to save in a section all of your good trades and all of your bad trades. So you're going to be able to actually have this thing, which I was just talking about right now, automated inside the software. Because, during my trading career, one thing that helped me the most was actually just printing out charts. And every single time before getting on charts in the morning, I would just look at my best setups and look at my worst setups. But, it really makes a difference when you look at 100 of setups, 200 setups, hundreds and hundreds of setups. It really makes a difference because it really sticks in your mind. And you will easily be able to recognize, oh, okay, this is a good setup. It looks very similar to all of the 200 setups, 200 good setups that I was just looking at. Or wait, this is a bad setup. It looks the same as the 200 bad setups that I was looking at. So I'm not going to take the trade. So this is really helpful, and it will be automated very soon inside the software as well. Depending on when you watch this video, it might be already online. Perfect. I'm going to look for sells. The reason I'm going to look for sells is because liquidity was taken. Liquidity was taken. Therefore, I can look for sells, sells above this internal liquidity. So I will just enter at that area with stop loss above this area and take profit here. Place order, as you can see, it's already sell. All the numbers are correct. 1% risk, place trade, and let's see what happens. Actually, this really goes against my trading plan because I usually take maximum two trades per day. Market got the best of me. It was able to make me go against my plan. But anyway, trade is going to profit. It's coming back to loss. And honestly, I gotta be honest with you. In this case, once we go here into profit, and once we go all the way down here, we break this area, I would at least put my stop loss above this area. But I would even consider putting it to break even. So I cannot lie that right now, for sure, I will have stop loss above this area. And if we go to this area, I will just close in a loss. Notice one thing. It's really important. I just want you to notice this one thing. While you are bearish, there are people that are bullish, okay? And people that are bullish will get caught in these supply and demand areas. So for example, this demand area where there is a reaction, a pin bar. A lot of people look at pin bars. Maybe they go to the 30 seconds time frame, they see a confirmation, and they still get smashed because liquidity is king. We go from liquidity to liquidity all the time. The day, unfortunately, is outside of our trading times by 6. So right here, I will close my trade. Wherever we are, I will close it. Perfect. We're here. I will close the trade. We still made 1 to 1.75 restore duration. Perfect. Close the trade, close positions. Here we have it. Perfect. Amazing. Moving on to the next day. I believe that you are starting. Actually, we went to the downside later, but anyway, it's fine. Trading decisions are really, you need to stick to your plan. It is the only thing that will allow you to really have a strategy that works, because it's not the strategy, but it's you. You need to make it work. So we skipped already basically London session. The reason why I was not really looking at it is because our main liquidity areas are down here. The new liquidity area became this one, this high right here. We have some internal liquidity areas as well, which are, for example, this one, which is less important, I would say, but can still be considered. I don't really like it as much as the other two. But I hope that you're understanding how we trade, because I believe it's a little bit different compared to what you see usually on social media. And I believe that it can be really profitable for you at the same time. New York session is starting. Let's see if we get just a repeat of what happened yesterday. Same exact setup, going to lower time frames. If we get a fake confirmation, I'm looking for buys. If we get a liquidity grab, I'm looking for sells. Damn, I'm if I was trading on live market, I would think about this buy. Reason why, let me explain. As I was saying, if we get a fake confirmation, I'm going to look for buys before grabbing the liquidity. So liquidity is not grabbed yet. Actually, let's go back. And by the way, very nice feature of the backtest is that you just right click wherever you want. So I right click here, I go and I click go to this date, and it just goes back to that. So it's very nice, very useful. What is happening? We didn't grab liquidity yet, but what happened? We broke this area, and then we broke also this area. And then what happened? We went to discounted area, so below 0.5, and we create a confirmation. That's one more candle, perfect. We create a confirmation, break, and break. And again, how do we enter? Discounted area. Discounted area, sometimes I combine some other things, but still acceptable. I will look for a trade from this demand, which are the only cases where I really use demand and supply for entries. I'm gonna put my stop loss just below this area, take profit at the liquidity, 1 to 3.6, still pretty good. Perfect, place trade, 1%, place order, order is placed. And we're gonna have some fun of looking at the statistics later about this. Here, price starts going pretty nicely. Here we come back to break even. Would I close? I wouldn't. Why wouldn't I close? Because we get the confirmation, we start pushing. We didn't even go below this area. But anyway, we don't have enough structure to go break even. If instead we start going to the upside, we break this area and price establishes above this area, then I would actually go break even. So whatever happens next, I would accept it. We take a loss, we take a loss. We take a take profit, we take a take profit. Here, we take a loss on this one. Sorry, actually, why do I delete? Here, went to profit, nice profit, breaks the previous high, then we hit a stop loss. It happens, part of the game. The day is over for us since it's after 4 p.m. And hopefully we get this setup to target this liquidity the day after. Let's see. Perfect. All right, London is about to start. Right now we're still doing Asian session, so we're not really looking at anything. London is starting. London is starting, and we have the same interesting stuff as the previous days. We're just gonna go to lower timeframes to look at it. So London just is about to start basically in a few minutes. We're just gonna target this liquidity for sure. Price is gonna go to that liquidity. These were maybe here there were opportunities to continue to the upside. Honestly, I wasn't really looking at it, as I prefer to look for fake confirmations closer to the area. So like this one, when we're getting closer to the area, we target it, or this one, we're getting closer to the area. We know that price wants to go to the liquidity, which was lower before, was another liquidity. We want to target it. We take the confirmation. Here, it's different. Here it's different. It's a bigger setup, bigger moves, can still be traded. But yeah, I will look for a fake confirmation here. This is why I'm gonna go to the 1 minute right now, and I'm gonna look for the fake confirmation that I'm speaking of, which doesn't happen. We just take the liquidity. We take the liquidity, and this is the low that needs to be broken in order for me to look for sells. At this point, we just went straight to the upside completely, and I'm gonna look, we went way above this liquidity. I'm gonna look if there are some other liquidities which we can consider in order to consider liquidity areas for our trade, basically. Perfect. The only liquidity is this one. So instead of looking for sells right now, actually, wait. We are still during London. Perfect. I'm not interested in sells during London. I will be interested in sells during New York if we get some more bullish momentum. Why is this? We always need to keep in mind how the daily candle is formed. The daily candle, 95% of the times, has the body, a lower wick, and an upside wick, right? 95% of the times, the daily candle has an upside wick, lower wick, and body of the candle. Now, if we start the day, go to the downside, then push to the upside, what is missing? The upside wick. If we just go to the upside all day, the body of the candle would be full. And if it's full, it doesn't have a wick. But we know that 95% of the times the candle has a wick. So we're going to trade the formation of the wick if it lines up with all the other things that we're talking about. So in this case, I can look for sells. I would prefer to look for sells during New York. So New York is about to start. Started. Huge bearish sell-off, possibly due to news, it looks like. And that's it. There is no way to get involved. But yeah, we definitely create the bearish momentum that we wanted to see. Now, what else? We grab this liquidity and let's see if on the 1 minute we got some interesting confirmation. The only interesting confirmation that I see is this high, which is the high that breaks the liquidity. So let's see. This high gets taken. How do we operate? 0.5, correct. Do we get a retracement? It's almost 4 p.m. No, too late. Almost 4 p.m. by now. We're not interested in trades. After taking the liquidity, we already know what happens. We get a reaction. This always happens over and over and over again every single day. We just need to know for which areas we're looking for. So I hope that our backtest session together, I know it was only a few trades, but if you stay tuned in the next videos, I will continue this backtest session. We're going to go through a journey together of actually backtesting my strategy together. So you can learn my strategy, you can learn how I trade, you can learn what I look for, and you can see more examples of internal, external liquidity, major and minor liquidity, good confirmations and fake confirmation, good change of characters and fake change of characters, and all the trades that I would have taken on this backtest, so possibly also on the live market, in order to trade, and how I reason and why also we missed trades because the market didn't give us the confirmation that we wanted, and other concepts, for example, the one of the daily candle, the timing, and other things which I didn't even mention during this backtest session, which you can learn just by staying up to date with my videos. So I will keep going with this backtest session during next videos, but before stopping, I want to show you the statistics, which are a very cool part. So just by going back here, it is the current session that we were testing. First, we're going to look at the statistics of the strategy, which might have been used also during other sessions. So strategy test here. No, actually, it was just used during this session. So we're just going to go here to the statistics of this backtest session. And we can see that average risk-reward ratio was 4.1, maximum 5.57, account balance, total profit and loss, 50% win rate, 4 trades, 2 wins, 2 losses. Here we can see the 2 losses, minus 1,000 2 times, and the wins here we had a plus 3,000, then we went back down, and then again plus 1.7. Here we can see on Monday, minus 1,000. Here on Tuesday, we have a win. On Wednesday, we have a loss again. And on Friday, we have a win. Here we see some more statistics, but the most interesting part here, performance by day, is that if we get a lot of data, so if we backtest for enough time, if we backtest for example, 3 months, which I usually do, I usually backtest even for 6 months of data. I just spend a lot of hours on backtest. We're going to see during which days we perform the best. So maybe on Monday, I can notice that Mondays, by backtesting hundreds of trades, I can notice that Mondays are my worst days. So maybe what I'm going to do is I will stop trading on Mondays, so my performance will get better by X amount of percent. Maybe I will make 30% more each year just by stop trading on Mondays. So this is why this is really important, and it will give you all the analytics that you need for your strategy. Also here, yes. All right. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.